Hey guys, welcome to another tier ranking. Welcome to my tier ranking for Mr. Robert Pattinson. Robert Pattinson, man, what a career he's had so far, man. He is definitely shaping up to be like one of my favorite actors. He picks like roles that are just so unique, so out there, whether they're good or not. He really goes for it. And I know in the beginning of his career, people always thought of him as like this, teen heartthrob who is just always going to be the sparkly vampire and stuff, with this very bland, boring actor that he'll peak after Twilight. Man, he's shown people that he is a talent and he's a force to be reckoned with. And I thought I'd do a tier ranking for Mr. Robert Pattinson. He's played in quite a few films. I have not, unfortunately, seen every movie he's played in, but I've seen my fair share of his films. And here they all are, and I'm going to give a tier ranking, in my opinion. The S is the best, F is the worst. Let's get to it. Let's not waste any time. Let's talk about the man himself, Robert Pattinson, and his movies. I got to start off with the obvious. Like, okay, boom, boom, and where are the rest of them? And boom, and okay. Okay, first off, I know everyone's gonna be thinking, why aren't they in the F tier? They do belong in the F tier because they're F tier movies. However, these movies are beautifully bad movies. Beautifully bad. Like, these are trash films. The acting, the story, the writing, oh, the dialogue in this movie. All of these movies is so cringy. These characters are horrible characters. The visual effects are laughably terrible and dated. It just there's not a lot of things that are done well, but that's what makes it so entertaining. These are great movies to watch with a group of friends and just have fun making fun of these movies. They're beautifully bad. Like, entertaining wise, they're like a B or an A, man. These are funny movies. If you treat these movies as comedies, they are hilarious movies. Hilarious. Hysterical. As movies, they're F. They're fucking F tier movies. They're shit movies. But I'm putting them in the D because I think I'm going to give them a slight little pass because I love watching them. I do. I love watching them. They are garbage movies, but they're very entertaining. So I'm putting all the Twilights in D. I can talk all about every single one of them. I've done a ranking of the Twilight movies a long time ago. Maybe I'll do a whole video on every Twilight movie. Each Twilight movie gets their own video or something. I'd love to do just like a movie reaction of watching all of the Twilights, but that sounds like a lot of work. But who knows? Let's get to his good stuff now. Oh yeah, Harry Potter. This is like the movie everybody first saw him in. Goblet of Fire's B. It's a great movie. He's good as Cedric Diggory. I actually think he's perfectly cast as Cedric Diggory. Harry Potter movie, it's not the best. It's definitely one of the weaker Harry Potter films, but even a weaker Harry Potter film is still great. So yeah. All right, let's talk about The Rover. The Rover's a B as well. Him and Guy Pearce are really great. Really good post-apocalyptic movie. Robert Pattinson is definitely the show stealer. The cinematography is very good. Very brutal. It's very blunt. It's not a movie I've watched again, and it's definitely not a movie I've ever felt like going back to seeing, but I've always really enjoyed it, so I'll still put it in the B. Lost City of Z, man, there's your first S, man. Holy shit, this movie's fantastic. It's so good. It's the best movie James Gray has directed. Charlie Hunnam, Robert Pattinson, and even Tom Holland are really, really good in this movie. The cinematography is fantastic. This is a movie that will be remembered as a classic. It will be a timeless cult classic. Like, this movie is so good. The story is compelling. The adventure you go on, it's so good. This is a movie that felt like it was made in like the 50s or 60s. Like, this is something like a David Lean would direct or something, like Lawrence of Arabia and Dr. Zhivago. This movie is just so good, and the fact that no one saw it or got any Oscar nominations is just insulting. Like, yeah, I know James Gray's made some crap lately, but man, this movie really made me a fan of his work just because of this one. And We Own the Night. Damsel. Underrated Western. Him and Mia Wasikowska are really good in this movie. I watched this movie in theaters. I really, really enjoyed it. Need to rewatch it still to see if it holds up. I'll put in the B tier because I still remember really liking it. Oh God, Bella and my really really bad movie, really bad movie. Not F tier. Trust me, F tier. We'll be into a couple of those. Um, the Batman, the B. B for Batman. Everyone knows that I enjoyed the Batman. I didn't love it like a lot of people loved this movie, and they think it's like the fucking greatest Batman movie ever fucking made. It's not. It's not the best Batman movie. It's not like the Keaton or the Bale ones. I think Pattinson is a fantastic Batman. I still think he's a meh Bruce Wayne, but the movie's great. It looks great. Really loved the look and feel of Gotham City. The action was great. The music was great. There's just some things the story just felt overly familiar, overly David Fincher. I was not big on the Riddler like a lot of people were, but I still really enjoyed it. I still think it's a good movie. I can't wait for the sequel, but didn't love it like everyone else. Maps to the Stars. Here we go. Fucking hated this movie. Hated this movie. It's a very well acted movie. It's very dark and brutal, but fucking I almost turned it off halfway through. And it's just directed by David Cronenberg, and I like David Cronenberg, but I can't stand this movie. Just can't stand it. Yeah. Devil All the Time. Yeah, this was pretty good. I enjoyed it, but again, it's not a movie I'll go back and watch. But it's pretty. I enjoyed it. Waters for Elephants. I'll go see. I think Pattinson and Crystal Waltz are good. I think that the romance is kind of lacking a lot in the movie, but it's fine. Life was good actually. I think it's underrated actually. Especially Dane DeHaan as James Dean. It was kind of cool, like a day in the life of a person with James Dean, and I really wish they would make like a biopic of James Dean. But Dane DeHaan was a really good choice. But yeah, really enjoyed it. Oh, Little Ashes. This is another movie. I like turned it off halfway through. I thought it was so stupid and boring, and I don't know what the fuck they were going with this movie. I don't know. Cosmopolis. This is a Cronenberg movie I enjoy. I'm going. It's a B, but it's like a B plus. It's like a B plus. It's teetering on an A. Teetering. Tenet. I'm not a Tenet fan. Sorry, I'm not a fan of it. I didn't really like it. I think it has good shots. I think Pattinson and John David Washington are both really good in the movie, but just the music's annoying. I can barely hear what anyone's saying. The story's all over the place. It's confusing for the sake of being confusing. I don't know. I just really didn't like it. I just was not a fan. And it's Nolan. I love Christopher Nolan, but man, I think it's his worst movie. Good time. Good time's a name, man. This is a great movie. Very dark, very brutal. It's a great heist movie, but it's also about just how despicable this one character is, especially who he is to his brother. Pattinson is so despicable and unlikable in this movie, and he plays the role so fucking well. He is magnificent in this movie. The Safdie brothers, man, they make some brutal movies. This and like Uncut Gems, but good time. It was a good time, man. The Lighthouse is an S, man. I love this movie. I've seen this movie 3 times. I still love it. I know like I shit on a lot of like modern artsy filmmakers like Yorgos Lanthimos and what was his name, Ari Aster and a few others, even James Gray sometimes, but Wes Anderson even sometimes. But I love Robert Eggers. I really enjoy his films. I loved The Witch, and I really loved the Lighthouse and The Northman. So I really love his weird, like black and white, weird, fucked up movies. I don't know. There's just something about them I just really enjoy. Remember Me. I'm gonna go a C. I actually think Pattinson is very good in this movie. I think the twist is a bit silly and a little on the nose with the title, and I think it's a little manipulative. Actually, it's very manipulative. But the romance is okay. It's overly sappy, but I think Pattinson actually does a very good job in the movie. And I know my sister really likes this movie, and I've seen it a few times, and I don't hate it, but it's not very good. All right, let's put these in order. I gotta go The Lost City of Z at the top, then Lighthouse. Lighthouse is very close, though. Then Good Time. Cosmopolis is going on the top because it's a B+. Then I'll go Goblet of Fire. Then Life. Then I'm going to go The Rover, The Batman, Damsel, and Devil Time. I've seen Remember Me more, so I'm keeping the Twilights at the top because, again, they're entertaining. I'll keep that. Maps of Stars is the worst. I fucking hate that movie. So there we go. That was my tier ranking for Robert Pattinson's movies. So let me know in the comment section below what is your favorite and least favorite Robert Pattinson movie. Comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like this video, please like, subscribe to this channel, and join the dark side.